This video will guide you through 8 steps needed to write a rental lease agreement for your property. Drafting a rental lease agreement is a frequently requested service on the Contracts Council platform, since property owners want to make sure they are legally protected when renting out their property. If you need to write a rental lease agreement, this video is for you. Before we start, just a brief disclaimer. The following information is provided for educational purposes and in no way constitutes legal advice. For legal advice, we encourage you to consult a licensed attorney. This video will cover the purpose of rental lease agreements, key terms to include in your document, and 8 steps to follow to write your agreement. We've also added a link below with information on lawyer pricing if you want to know the cost of hiring a lawyer. Now let's get started. Purpose of rental lease agreements. Rental lease agreements are legally binding agreements between a landlord and a tenant. The purpose of rental lease agreements is to clearly define the terms of the rental, protect the rights of both parties, and ensure mutual understanding of rental expectations. Without using agreements, a property owner can open themselves up to legal issues. Some reasons why using a rental lease agreement is important are as follows. 1. They create a clear agreement of rental terms and conditions. 2. They protect both the landlord and tenant's rights. 3. They lessen the possibility of rental disputes. 4. They ensure compliance with rental laws. And 5. They safeguard against potential liabilities and risks. What to include in a rental lease agreement? There are common terms used in rental lease agreements. Here are some you will find. 1. Names of the parties. The agreement includes the names of the landlord and the tenant. 2. Property description. This describes the rental property, including the address and any specific details. 3. Rent amount and payment terms. This specifies the rent amount, due dates, and payment methods. 4. Security deposit. This outlines the amount of the security deposit and the conditions for its return. 5. Lease term. This states the duration of the lease, whether it is for a fixed term or month-to-month. 6. Maintenance and repairs. This details the responsibilities for property maintenance and repairs. 7. Rules and regulations. This sets rules on tenant behavior, use of the property, and any restrictions. And 8. Termination. This sets rules on how the lease can be terminated by either party. Eight steps to writing a rental lease agreement. Here is a list of 8 steps you can follow to draft your rental lease agreement. 1. Review the commonly used clauses discussed earlier in this video or find a template online to use as a reference. This will allow you to know what to include. 2. Identify the key information you want to include in your agreement. This may include details about the property, rent amount, and lease term. 3. It is critical to use clear and concise language that both parties can understand. 4. Once you've written your clauses, organize them so that they are logical. For example, you likely want to have the property description section come before the rent amount and payment term section. 5. Be sure to incorporate any applicable rental laws and regulations that may be specific to your state or locality. Note this may require research. 6. If you are unsure about anything, consider using Contracts Council's platform to seek advice from an experienced real estate lawyer. 7. Review and revise the agreement to make the language clearer and confirm you have included everything needed. And 8. Create a single document to serve as your rental lease agreement and ensure both parties have access to it. Drafting a rental lease agreement for your property is a vital step in protecting both the landlord and tenant in a rental relationship. If you need help from an experienced lawyer, feel free to search Contracts Council or visit contractscouncil.com and post a job to get quotes from lawyers to help you. Thanks for watching.